Hey everyone, Spehssgaming with another StarCraft 2 game between me, spawning on the top, and TiCKer, spawning on the bottom left. As you can see, it is a Protoss versus Protoss. He is red, I am blue. This is, once again, one of the new maps, Core Hull Compound, I think it's called. I did cast the game before, the placement match. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. See on the chat, I asked for a pause because it's pretty cold. If it's winter, so I said I had to turn on the heater. If you look on the production tab, it's pretty much the same. Same build order, obviously, instead of like a 10 pylon by one of us. I am a bit ahead on the probes. Scouts also going the same exact way. Here I have all these rally points around the base. It's about the same thing, not as many rally points. My gateway goes up first. He did split his probes a bit bad in the beginning. That might be the reason why my gateway is a bit ahead of his. Putting down my 14 gas, he puts his down at 15. Now I'm starting to be a little bothersome with this with my scouting probe, trying to pick one off. He's not quite doing the same thing, he's just running around trying to get information. While my probe is getting a couple shots off, although not enough to break through the shields. It's again still trying to pick off at least one probe, that would be good. Using the scouting probe, it's not the best thing to do, but in my opinion it's not too bad, because it is a Protoss versus Protoss. It's probably going to be the standard like 3-gate robo. Units tab, worker count is still the same. Now I was able to pick one off, but he was able to surround it with 5 other probes. Probably a bit of an overreaction, especially leaving those 2 over here. Just like not mining, just sitting around. And still having them sitting around is not the best. Always want to keep whatever probes you have mining. He is up a worker. However, I have a stalker on the way while he has a sentry. Leaving the zealots at the ramp. He has to defend. Not really defend, but try and make sure no probes get inside the base unscouted, unspotted. Now, with the stalker out, he definitely won't be able to get any probes in. Wargate is about the same, except mine is a tad bit faster. You can see he's throwing down his second, while I'm throwing down my second and third, because I did have the minerals for it. Not the best spending. Picking off another probe, small victory. That's another probe you'll have to remake, and less minerals you'll be able to get, if you did manage to save it. Now you see, robotics going down after 2 gateways, and I am deviating from the 3-gate or 2-gate robo and going for stargates. I was, last season, I was in a PvP, and I decided to go 3-gate robo, because that was, in my opinion, the standard thing to do. Scouting out here, making sure that he doesn't have like super fast tech. My opponent did go Stargate, and he did manage to beat me with a handful of Phoenix and Stalkers. So I'm right now trying to emulate that, trying to get more Stalkers out. Didn't make another Zealot here. I realized that I probably should not have. A couple more Stalkers at first would have been better. Always want to keep making pylons to make sure you don't supply block yourself like right now. First Phoenix is on the way, and he does have an Immortal on the way. Still only on 2 gates. And units, I am 4 workers ahead, so that's very good. You always want to have at least 25 workers or so on one base. Here I'm going a bit higher, but doesn't matter. Constantly chrono boosting Phoenix. Now he here puts down his robotics bay for Colossi. Now he's moving out. I am still just content to sit in my base, mass up, and get 3 or 4 Phoenix before moving out. He's also getting an observer. If he had sent one out, that probably would have completely made the difference in this. If we engage, apparently he's content to sit at the watchtower for now. Here, I did start moving out by accident. I did not realize his army was here. Managing to pick off a couple units. One zealot goes down, another one might go down. Yes, it does. Now I decide to reveal my Phoenix, picking up some units, picking up the Immortal, because the Immortal is the deciding factor when it comes to PvP in the early game. Now I do have the lead. With these Phoenix here, I'm able to pick off these Stalkers while mine are safe from his lower count. Picking off another one. Here, I sent this probe down here to make a proxy pylon. Always constantly producing Phoenix. Now here is finally scouting out my base. Like I said, proxy, making sure all my units, any reinforcements that I make are fairly close. Now here, he has a lot of resources saved up, so I'm not quite sure what the point of that is. Warping in more Stalkers still. He's also making more gateways, I guess because he does have the resources for it. You can't afford to spend a bit more than he should to break through my contain. Now here I'm moving these Phoenix around to see if I can harass, but he decides to move up a bit, so I'm thinking I should not move here. I should keep all my units here and make sure he doesn't break out. Still making more Phoenix. Now here he starts a Colossus. This thing is, here I should attack. I should attack while he doesn't have a big army. He doesn't have any, tier 3 units like this Colossi that's almost halfway done. If I attack now, I do have lots of Zealots. Zealots are a good counter towards Immortals. They do only 20 damage instead of 50 like against Stalkers. Even Sentries would be a fairly good counter for that, at least for tanking, because they take maybe as many shots or even one more shot than it takes to kill than a Stalker. Now here, his Colossi does finish, so he might decide to move out now. I also decide that I should push in. Here, focusing the Immortal again, I force field these Stalkers, making sure they can't run away, picking up even more, making sure they can't shoot, they can't help attack. On my units on the low ground, my Phoenix giving sight. Now I see the Colossi and I decide to focus it down. Now, he has a higher Stalker count, but with these 2 Zealots and these reinforcements coming in, he has to do something drastic. He pulls out his probes. I'm still focusing down the Stalkers, tries to warp in a few more units, but the thing is you should warp them away so they can, fully warp in before getting attacked. Now with these spare Phoenix, I can only pick up units, no other units I can auto attack with. Stalkers are just standing here. I should have microed a tiny bit, but I obviously have the probe lead. I definitely have the supply lead, 51 to 14. And there's the GG. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. This was just a video to demonstrate how you can deviate from what everyone else does. People usually go 3-gate robo. You can get Stargates. If used correctly, it can, like shown here, show the difference between winning and losing, especially in the early game when units that counter others are such a big deal. So, hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe. Thanks.